Major athletic finals used to be Lynsey Sharp's world. Now it's a toddler and a newborn. A lot to negotiate, but nothing compared to the hurdles of her athletics career. First, there were the drugs cheats. Her European silver medal later upgraded to gold after 3 of the top 4 were banned for doping. Then athletes with differences of sexual development. In the Rio Olympic 800 metres final of 2016, first, second and third all had Y chromosomes and high testosterone due to the condition. Sharp finished 6th, was devastated and in some quarters treated like a sore loser.
You know, I was considered a sore loser for standing up for myself and for giving my opinion, and it was never something personally against the other athletes. It was just I studied law. That I did my dissertation on intersex athletes in sport, so it was something that I knew a lot about and was also passionate about the topic. So it never came from a place of being bitter or sore about losing.
These athletes would not be eligible to compete at the current World Championships. Having restricted testosterone rules for DSD athletes 2 years ago, World Athletics has reintroduced mandatory genetic tests to determine biological sex.
Changes have been made, and it just took a very long time for that to happen. And it's a very contentious topic, not just in sport, but in society. And I think that's going to continue for years to come.
Boxing has also adopted a compulsory sex test to establish the presence of a Y chromosome at this month's World Championships. The controversial Olympic champion, Iman Khalif, did not take it and couldn't compete. She's appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Do you think the IOC have done enough to protect the female category so far?
No, I think we saw in Paris that it's definitely not a resolved issue in Olympic sport. I think allowing individual sports to have their own say or their own rules on the topic, I don't think that's the right approach. I think it needs to be universal throughout the whole of the Olympics, and the IOC really need to make that decision before we get to LA in 2028.
Olympic 800-metre gold medalist Keely Hodgkinson is odds-on favourite for her first world title in Tokyo, and after over a year out with 2 torn hamstrings, has come back with a bang.
Keely's recovery from her injuries has been unbelievable this year. I think for anyone else it would have been impossible, but she's come back perhaps even stronger than ever and faster than ever.
How big a favourite is she?
I think, you know, we don't often see Keely run bad, do we? She's a really good racer. She really steps up to big occasions, and I think it's going to be difficult for someone else to get the gold medal. I think probably her strongest competition is her training partner.
Sharp will be cheering her on, knowing hopefully she's in a fair fight. Jackie Beltrao, Sky News, Manchester.